found that she was cheating on me with a celebrity. I've been married to her, 36, for over a decade. 2 children. 12 female and 10 male children who are really brilliant and nice. My kid has been more disobedient to her mother over the last 2 years. My kid would only do or listen when I asked or told her to. She has a soft spot for her mother. I wouldn't pay too much attention since her mother would berate me virtually every day. For many years, I've been the victim of her psychological and emotional assault. I believed I could manage it since I'm much larger than she is. However, it has taken a toll on my health. So, in February, we went to counseling. Even though I could see that we were making progress, she refused to return. Our #TB issue, on the other hand, persisted. One day in June, I started to suspect she was cheating on me. You should be aware that my wife is pretty gorgeous. Is quite active on Facebook and Instagram. She has a lot of friends and even goes to concerts with them. I never imagined she'd betray me. My concerns, however, got the better of me. She left the home to do some errands one day and forgot her phone on my desk, so I attempted to unlock it. I looked through her social media accounts and discovered evidence. Hundreds of mails exchanged between her and an alias, pictures, and a video of someone opening an envelope and bringing out his daughter's university diploma. With the daughter's complete name shown, I was able to easily figure out his identity. It's all public information. I discovered that he is a singer and a star in my nation. One of his songs genuinely appealed to me. Not any longer. I made copies of all communications, secured the phone, and left it in the exact location she had left it. In case you're wondering, the errands were exactly what you're thinking. I didn't say anything that day, but my wife saw that I was depressed. That same night, she would embrace me and tell me she hates seeing me unhappy. Her attempts to console me just increased my rage, but I kept the actual reason hidden from myself. I informed her quietly the following night, when my children were sleeping, that I wanted a divorce. She was taken aback. When asked why, I just had one word: infidelity. She denied everything, but I answered with her lover's name and pseudonym. She claimed that I was exaggerating and that nothing had occurred. I responded by recounting word for word what they had been discussing the day before. Then I informed her that I was well versed in all aspects of her life, that I saw all of the images she sent him, not the whole substance of their chats, but enough to know that they were having a good time. She pretended to be a victim, bawling and saying that she needed, and I retorted that I had done all in my ability to rekindle our passion, but she would be distant with me and ruin the atmosphere every time. Every single time. She pleaded for pardon, begged me to stay quiet about this, begged to be my wife once again, and I forgave her because I loved her so much. However, there were certain restrictions: no more aggressions. She would give me the same amount of time and attention as I provided her. Let's go back to last week. For a time, the relationship had been gradually developing, but I observed she was nervous and concerned. So, expecting the worst, I approached her. She was attempting to imagine me as her spouse, not as a casual acquaintance. She was trying not to injure me anymore, but he'd been acting aggressively toward me since then. She said I was too good for her. She was putting me on a pedestal. She could not deserve me. I told her I still loved her, and she quickly said she couldn't. You may have observed by now that she is emotionally unstable. Anyway, she proposed that we go our own ways for a bit. I accepted and relocated to my parents' house. Surprisingly, she did not take this well. The kids had been through a lot, but we kept them calm by giving them a speech about daddy and mommy's self-healing and attempts to repair our relationship. They are astute and grasped the concept fast. And today, I went home for a few minutes to visit the kids. The wife attempted to persuade me to spend the night in our bed, but I told him that wasn't going to happen. In front of the children, she apologized for everything. She did not address the affair, but she did acknowledge that she had badly wounded daddy. Begged pardon once again. I led the children to their bedrooms and kissed them goodbye. Then we spoke some more. When I suggested something about her bikini Instagram photographs, I used the wrong words, and instead of encouraging her to quit the cycle of abuse she was subjecting us to, it backfired on me. I apologized, but she told them they had to go. It occurred on my way out. Do you recall my daughter's hatred? My daughter stopped me and asked whether I was all right. I explained what had happened and who I was. Fear, jealousy, and a wounded heart were the catalysts for what I said, and I had harmed Mom. Has she injured you? My daughter retorted. I couldn't respond, but she could see it on my face and in my eyes. That's when she told me she had to tell me something she had kept hidden for over 2 years. She knew. She had seen the texting while driving with her mother, while accompanying her to the guy's performance. She even got to meet him. My daughter's comments came to me when I was out at work, hurting my back to ensure food was always on the table. She'd even questioned her mother about it. She knew this was completely wrong, but my wife would argue that it was all in her head and that it would lead to a misunderstanding between mom and dad, resulting in an unpleasant divorce. That's why she remained silent for over 2 years. This literally shattered my spirit. Today, I couldn't speak to my wife. I was afraid I might say or do something I would later regret. I'm aware that my wife grew raised in a dysfunctional home. Her parents are not someone you can rely on. What about her older sisters? She's as unstable as she is. She is not a horrible person, and she has tried her hardest to be a decent mother. Second chances are important to me. I was given one while I was on the verge of death years ago. Boring narrative of a near-death experience with the Grim Reaper. I want to forget this and forgive my wife. But I've told my kid that her mother must change. That will take time. My daughter has requested if I may bring her with me. I'll do it. But first, I need to consult with my attorney. I, on the other hand, need assistance. I'd definitely see a therapist shortly. As you are aware, I am pondering divorce, but am not certain. I've assured my children that I'll always be there for them if they need me. What should I do about my daughter's hate towards her mother? Should I also inform the musician's family about his wrongdoings? Thank you for persevering thus far. Update 1. She severed relations with the Associated Press. I'm not in the United States. In areas of money and property, the laws in this country would be on my side. Lawyers are obsessed with infidelity. In terms of custody, the law favors the mother. When they reach a specific age and are allowed by a court, children may choose who they wish to live with. I'm certain that my daughter will select me without hesitation. I'm not sure, my son. Hopefully, he will follow in the footsteps of his older sister. I'll consult with a lawyer to discuss my choices. Some people have advised that I inform on the musician. I'd rather bide my time, but I've already tracked out his adult daughter. I'll most likely show her the proof. But this is the final item on my list. My first priority right now is counseling. So I'm already looking for someone who can see me during these insane corona moments. Update 2. The daughter of AP will never know. No, not from me. This has been deleted from my list. Update 3. It's been a few weeks, and a lot has occurred. Thank you to everyone who has offered assistance and advice. My kid and I are going to see a therapist. My wife is as well. I'm not sure about the specifics. However, she wants to keep me updated. She seems sincere in her desire to repair our marriage. My alternatives were presented to me by the lawyer. I'll think about them once I consult with my therapist. Update 4. I told AP wife about it a long time ago. She just reached out to me today, long before this update. She was ready to speak. Things blew up in the AP face. Karma done its work. AP is in big difficulty right now. My kid has chosen to forgive her mother, and I support her choice. She will never forget what her mother did, and she made this obvious to her mother. Mom seems to be on indefinite parole. Wife has let her actions speak for her. She has changed and is no longer the lady I married. She has subtly intimated that we may rekindle our relationship. That's fantastic, but I'm still not persuaded. So I'll keep an eye on her. Meanwhile, I'll return to school and complete my degree, work out, and keep your attention on me. And if I happen to meet someone, well, we'll see. I'm feeling a lot better now. Life is too short for me to dwell on the agony. It's time to rejoice. Thank you so much, and take care.